Hi there, I'm Sridhar Chandrasekaran, and I'm excited to present a study series on power transmission line construction. Drawing from my extensive career experience, this series is designed to provide practical and theoretical insights that can be directly applied to real-world projects. The primary goal of this study is to help engineers and managers deepen their understanding of transmission line construction, enhance the quality and efficiency of their work, take accountability and ownership of the tasks they manage. We began this journey by exploring the basics of electricity, how it's generated, its requirements, and its sources. From there, we've covered critical stages such as tendering, bidding, and project initiation. Moving forward, we'll delve into implementation, execution, and finally, project handover. Given the complexity of this topic, the content is divided into chapters released weekly. Along the way, we'll also integrate discussions on essential complementary areas, including engineering ethics, legal considerations, health and safety compliance, human resource management. These vital aspects will be seamlessly woven into our technical discussions to provide a holistic perspective. Each week, I'll release a new video featuring key technical topics, ethical dilemmas, and considerations, a thought-provoking quote to inspire meaningful reflection. Currently, we're in Chapter 8, delving into the study of consulting engineering. There's still so much more to discover, so stay tuned for the upcoming chapters. Thank you for joining me on this journey of learning and growth. Disclaimer. Just a quick note. The content in these videos is meant for informational and basic educational purposes only. These videos aren't intended to provide professional advice or endorsements. This helps set the right expectations about the nature of what we're sharing, especially since we draw on material from various sources under the principle of fair use. Let's take a moment to review and summarize what we've covered so far in our study on power transmission line construction. We began by understanding the fundamentals, why transmission lines are needed, the sources of electricity, how it is generated, and the various functions and processes involved in generation. From there, we explored the needs, requirements, and planning that go into streamlining these processes to format them for tendering and bidding. We also discussed how projects are won and initiated. From this foundation, we progressed into understanding the systems, project needs, rules, regulations, and standards required for construction. This study has comprehensively covered aspects of a project from the perspectives of consultants, clients, and contractors. By learning this methodology, engineers can gain valuable knowledge of the construction process. Topics covered so far in relevant chapters. What is electricity in Chapter 1? How it's generated in Chapter 2, Parts 1 and 2. Need for electricity, demand, resources, and planning in Chapter 3. Execution through tendering and bidding in Chapter 4. Project initialization in Chapters 5, 6, and 7. Project consultation in Chapters 8 and 9. Documentation and approval processes in upcoming Chapters 10 and 11. Construction phases from Chapter 12 onward. This is how we started, progressed, and will continue moving forward in our study. In this chapter, we will begin by exploring what consultation is all about, how it is handled by engineers, who it is done for, and why it is essential. Let's dive in to gain a comprehensive understanding of consultation engineering. Project Consultant Engineer. In this chapter, we will dive into a comprehensive exploration of project consultancy, understanding its significance and value in various types of projects. We will examine why project consultancy is often essential for the successful execution of projects, focusing on the expertise and guidance consultants provide throughout the project lifecycle. Additionally, we will look at who is responsible for appointing consultants, whether it's the project owner, stakeholders, or external parties, depending on the project's scale and complexity. Moreover, this chapter will delve into the diverse roles that consultants play at different stages of a project. These include their involvement in project planning, risk management, decision-making support, and ensuring the project meets its goals in terms of time, cost, and quality. We will also explore how consultants contribute to optimizing resources, managing external relationships, and maintaining regulatory and safety compliance. By the end of this chapter, we'll have a clear understanding of how project consultancy is a critical factor in driving projects to success. And some of the topics we are going to cover here are as follows. 1. What is project consultancy? 2. When does project consultancy is used? 3. Why the project needs them. 4. Who and how they are appointed. 5. What is their role in the project? 6. Documents, submissions for consultant engineers' approval. The balance points we will cover in our next chapter. 7th, meeting by consultant engineer, their purpose and agenda. 8. Document submission on weekly and monthly basis. 9th, consultant engineer site inspections and certification. One. What is project consultancy? Project consultancy is a professional service that provides expert advice, guidance, and support to organizations or individuals during the planning, execution, and completion of a project. Consultants in this field are typically experienced professionals with specialized knowledge in project management, industry-specific expertise, or both. The goal of project consultancy is to help clients successfully achieve their project objectives by offering tailored strategies, solving problems, and ensuring that the project is completed on time, within budget, and to the required quality standards. Key aspects of project consultancy include 1. Project planning and strategy. 2. Expertise and specialized knowledge. 3. Risk management. 4. Resource allocation. 5. Project monitoring and control. 6th, problem solving. 7th, stakeholder management. 8th, project closure and evaluation. 9th, when do you see project consultancy is used? Let us understand project consultancy by understanding the key aspect, by starting with project planning and strategy. Consultants assist clients in defining project goals, scope, and deliverables. They help develop detailed project plans, timelines, resource allocation strategies, and risk management frameworks. This ensures that the project has a clear direction from the start. Expertise and specialized knowledge. Consultants bring in-depth knowledge of specific industries, technologies, or processes that the client may not possess internally. This expertise helps avoid common pitfalls, identify opportunities, and implement best practices. Risk management. Project consultants are skilled in identifying potential risks and challenges that may arise during a project. They develop contingency plans, conduct risk assessments, and provide solutions to mitigate these risks, ensuring smoother project execution. Resource allocation. Effective resource management is essential for project success. Consultants assist with optimizing the use of human resources, equipment, and financial resources to ensure that the project is delivered efficiently. Project monitoring and control. Throughout the project, consultants track progress, monitor key performance indicators, KPIs, and ensure that milestones are met. They provide regular updates and adjust strategies as needed to keep the project on track. Problem solving. As issues or challenges arise during the project lifecycle, consultants offer objective, external perspectives to solve problems quickly. Their role is to identify solutions, ensure continuous progress, and make adjustments to the project plan when necessary. Stakeholder management. Project consultants often work closely with various stakeholders, including clients, team members, and external partners. They facilitate communication, manage expectations, and ensure that all parties are aligned with the project objectives. Project closure and evaluation. At the end of the project, consultants help with final evaluations, ensuring all objectives have been met. They may conduct post-project reviews to identify lessons learned, document best practices, and offer recommendations for future projects. When DOS project consultancy is used. Launching a new product. A company may hire a project consultant to help manage the launch of a new product, ensuring that marketing, production, and supply chain elements are well coordinated. Implementing new technology. Organizations upgrading to new software systems or technological infrastructure may rely on consultants to guide the process and avoid disruptions. Mergers and acquisitions. When companies merge, a project consultant may be hired to oversee the integration process to ensure smooth transitions across departments and operations. Overall, project consultancy helps organizations achieve their objectives with minimal disruption, higher efficiency, and better outcomes by leveraging specialized knowledge and project management skills. Now let us understand point 2 of project consultancy. Why do the project needs consultants? Projects need consultants for several key reasons, all of which revolve around leveraging external expertise, ensuring efficiency, and mitigating risks throughout the project lifecycle. Here is a detailed exploration of why projects benefit from hiring consultants, and some of the topics we are going to cover here are as follows. 1. Specialized expertise. 2. Objective and unbiased perspective. 3. Efficient problem solving. 4. Cost efficiency and resource optimization. 5. Risk management and compliance. 6. Project planning and execution. 7. Access to industry best practices. 8. Focus on core business functions. 9. Scalability and flexibility. 10. Stakeholder management. 11th. Post-project evaluation and continuous improvement. 12th. Filling gaps in project management skills. Now, let us break down needs of consultant to start with. Specialized expertise. Consultants bring specialized knowledge and expertise that may not be available within the organization. This is particularly important for complex or highly technical projects. For example, consultants with expertise in renewable energy, IT infrastructure, construction engineering, or environmental regulations can provide valuable insights and technical skills that the internal team may lack. Their specialized understanding helps avoid mistakes, ensures compliance with industry standards, and promotes innovation. Objective and unbiased perspective. Consultants offer an independent, objective viewpoint on project issues and decisions. Since they are external to the organization, they can provide unbiased advice that isn't influenced by internal politics or vested interests. This objectivity is critical for identifying potential risks, assessing project feasibility, and making informed decisions that align with long-term project goals. Their fresh perspective often highlights issues that might otherwise go unnoticed. Efficient problem solving. With their extensive experience across various industries and projects, consultants are skilled problem solvers. They are often called upon when projects encounter roadblocks, delays, or unforeseen challenges. Their ability to quickly identify issues and propose effective solutions helps keep the project on track. In scenarios involving complex regulatory requirements, technical hurdles, or operational inefficiencies, consultants can provide targeted strategies to overcome these obstacles. Cost efficiency and resource optimization. Hiring consultants can be more cost-effective than attempting to develop internal expertise, especially for short-term or highly specialized projects. Consultants help optimize resource allocation by identifying cost-saving measures, improving processes, and streamlining operations. For instance, they can advise on the most efficient use of materials, labor, and technology, helping the project stay within budget while maintaining high-quality standards. Risk management and compliance. Projects, especially large-scale ones, are often subject to a variety of risks, including financial, legal, technical, and environmental risks. Consultants are experts in identifying and mitigating these risks. They help develop risk management plans, conduct risk assessments, and implement strategies to minimize the impact of potential issues. Additionally, consultants ensure that the project complies with all relevant regulations, safety standards, and environmental laws, which is critical for avoiding delays, legal challenges, and fines. Project planning and execution. Consultants play a crucial role in the planning and execution phases of a project. They help in defining project goals, setting realistic timelines, and creating detailed project plans. Consultants also provide critical input on resource management, ensuring that the project has the necessary tools, labor, and materials to meet its objectives. During execution, they monitor progress, track key performance indicators, KPIs, and make adjustments to ensure that the project stays on course. Access to industry best practices. Since consultants work across various industries and organizations, they have a wealth of experience and exposure to industry best practices. This knowledge enables them to apply proven methods and innovative approaches to the project. Whether it's using the latest project management software, implementing advanced safety protocols, or employing lean construction techniques, consultants ensure that the project benefits from the most effective strategies available. Focus on core business functions. By bringing in consultants to manage specific aspects of a project, the organization's internal team can focus on core business activities without being stretched too thin. For example, while the consultants handle technical aspects of project planning or regulatory compliance, the company's leadership can focus on business strategy, marketing, or client relations. This delegation of specialized tasks to consultants helps ensure that the organization runs smoothly while the project progresses. Scalability and flexibility. Projects often face fluctuations in scope, size, or complexity, and consultants offer the flexibility to scale expertise as needed. For example, a project may require additional manpower during the design phase, but not during execution. Consultants can be brought in on a temporary or part-time basis, providing specialized assistance without the long-term commitment of hiring full-time employees. This flexibility helps companies manage project costs more effectively while ensuring the necessary skills are available when needed. Stakeholder management, managing relationships and communications with stakeholders, whether clients, investors, government agencies, or the public, is a critical aspect of any project. Consultants often take on this responsibility, acting as intermediaries between the project team and external stakeholders. They help manage expectations, provide regular updates, and address concerns, ensuring that all stakeholders are aligned with the project's goals and progress. Post-project evaluation and continuous improvement. At the end of a project, consultants can provide valuable post-project evaluations, identifying what went well and where improvements could be made. They help document lessons learned, which can inform future projects and lead to continuous improvement in project management practices. This evaluation process ensures that the organization benefits from each project's successes and failures, refining its approach to future initiatives. Filling gaps in project management skills. Not all organizations have fully developed project management teams, especially smaller companies or startups. Consultants with project management expertise can fill these gaps, helping to manage timelines, budgets, and resources more effectively. They often bring experience in using project management tools and methodologies, such as Agile, Lean, or Prince2, which can be tailored to the specific needs of the project. Project consultants are essential for ensuring that a project is completed successfully, on time, and within budget. They provide the expertise, objectivity, and strategic guidance necessary to navigate complex challenges, mitigate risks, and drive project success. Whether for technical advice, project management, or compliance assurance, consultants play a critical role in helping organizations achieve their project objectives while maintaining efficiency and quality throughout the process. Consultants are typically appointed by the project owner, organization, or key stakeholders who recognize the need for external expertise to support various aspects of the project. The appointment process usually involves several steps to ensure the right consultant or consultancy firm is selected based on the project's specific needs. Coming to point 3 of project consultancy: who and how they are appointed. Let us start understand. Who appoints the consultant engineers? Project owners. In most cases, the project owner, the organization or individual responsible for the project, appoints consultants. This could be a government body, a private company, or an individual commissioning a project. Stakeholders. In some projects, especially large-scale ones, stakeholders such as investors, regulatory bodies, or joint venture partners may also have a say in appointing consultants. They may recommend or require consultants to be hired to ensure that the project meets financial, legal, and technical standards. Project management teams. If the organization already has an internal project management team, they may be responsible for recommending and appointing consultants. They identify areas where specialized expertise is needed and initiate the hiring process. How consultants are appointed. Needs assessment. The first step in appointing consultants involves identifying the specific areas where external expertise is required. This could be for technical advice, regulatory compliance, project planning, risk management, or other specialized functions. The project owner or management team conducts a needs assessment to define the scope of work for the consultant. Request for proposal, RFP, or tender. Once the scope is defined, the organization may issue a request for proposal, RFP, or a tender. This document outlines the project requirements, the expected deliverables, timelines, and any qualifications or experience the consultant must have. It invites consultancy firms or individual consultants to submit proposals detailing how they would approach the project and their associated costs. Consultant selection. After receiving proposals, the project team evaluates the submissions based on several criteria, including relevant experience and expertise in the project's domain, the consultant's track record with similar projects, cost-effectiveness, and value for money, the proposed approach to solving the project's challenges, availability and timeline alignment with the project's needs, professional certifications and qualifications. Shortlisted consultants are often invited for interviews or presentations to clarify their proposals and demonstrate how they can add value to the project. Contract negotiation. Once a consultant or firm is selected, the terms of engagement are negotiated. This includes agreeing on the scope of work, fees, timelines, deliverables, and any specific contractual conditions such as confidentiality, liability, or performance metrics. This stage is crucial to ensure both parties have clear expectations and responsibilities. Official appointment and onboarding. After negotiations, the consultant is formally appointed through a signed contract. The onboarding process involves briefing the consultant on the project's details, introducing them to key team members, and providing any necessary access to project resources or data. The consultant is then integrated into the project team, and their work begins according to the agreed-upon plan. Now to understand point 4 of project consultancy. Types of consultancy appointments. Direct appointment. In some cases, especially for smaller or specialized projects, consultants may be appointed directly without an RFP process. This occurs when the project owner already knows the consultant or has identified a specific firm with the necessary expertise. Direct appointments are often quicker and used when time is a critical factor. Competitive bidding. For larger or government-funded projects, a competitive bidding process is typically followed to ensure transparency and the best value for money. Multiple consultancy firms are invited to submit proposals, and the most suitable one is selected based on predefined criteria. Advisory panels or consultant pools. In some sectors, organizations maintain a panel or pool of pre-approved consultants who are hired on a project-by-project basis. This streamlines the appointment process as the consultants have already been vetted for their expertise and qualifications. The process of appointing consultants is a carefully managed procedure that involves identifying needs, soliciting proposals, and selecting the right expert based on experience, value, and fit with the project. Whether through direct appointments or competitive bidding, the goal is to engage consultants who can bring the specialized skills and objective advice necessary for the project's success. Point 5 of project consultancy. Consultant engineer's role in a project. Consultant engineers play a critical role in the successful execution of various types of projects, particularly those involving infrastructure, construction, energy, and technology. Their expertise helps ensure that the project is designed, planned, and executed in accordance with industry standards, safety regulations, and technical requirements. Here's a detailed look at the roles and responsibilities of consultant engineers throughout a project's life cycle. And some of the topics we are going to cover here are as follows. 1. Project feasibility and planning. 2. Detailed design and engineering. 3. Regulatory compliance and permits. 4. Project management and coordination. 5. Risk management. 6. Quality assurance and control. 7. Procurement support. 8. Health, safety, and environmental, HSE. Compliance. 9. Supervision of construction activities. 10. Project handover and post-construction evaluation. Now, let us break down consultant engineer's role in a project. Project feasibility and planning. One of the consultant engineer's first tasks is to assess the project's feasibility. This includes conducting technical studies, site surveys, and environmental assessments to determine whether the project is viable from an engineering perspective. They analyze the project's goals and constraints, financial, technical, and environmental, and help outline the project scope. Feasibility study. They conduct studies to assess the technical feasibility, costs, and risks associated with the project. This might include soil testing, environmental impact assessments, and energy consumption analyses. Preliminary design. Consultant engineers work on initial design concepts that align with the project's goals, taking into account regulatory requirements, available technologies, and the physical environment. Resource planning. They help plan the necessary resources, including materials, equipment, and labor, and develop timelines for different phases of the project. Design and engineering. After the feasibility stage, consultant engineers dive into the detailed design phase. Their job is to translate the project's goals into actionable engineering plans and specifications. This is a critical phase where they ensure that every technical aspect is accounted for. Structural and systems design. They create detailed drawings, plans, and models for the project's structures and systems, such as buildings, bridges, electrical grids, or mechanical systems. They ensure these designs are safe, sustainable, and efficient. Technical specifications. Consultant engineers prepare detailed specifications for materials, equipment, and construction methods. They ensure that these specifications meet industry standards and regulations. Cost estimation. Engineers provide detailed cost estimates, breaking down the cost of materials, labor, and contingencies. This helps in budgeting and financial planning for the project. Regulatory compliance and permits. Consultant engineers ensure that the project complies with all relevant laws, codes, and regulations. This includes safety, environmental, and zoning laws, as well as specific industry standards, such as those from the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, or local government guidelines. Permitting process. They help the project team obtain necessary permits from local, regional, and national authorities. This can include construction permits, environmental clearances, and safety certifications. Compliance monitoring. Throughout the project, consultant engineers monitor the work to ensure that it adheres to all regulatory requirements, making adjustments as needed to avoid legal or operational issues. Project management and coordination. Consultant engineers often take on a project management role, ensuring that all technical aspects of the project are executed on time, within budget, and according to specifications. Coordination with other teams. They coordinate between various stakeholders, including architects, contractors, suppliers, and the client, ensuring seamless communication and execution of tasks. Monitoring progress. Consultant engineers track the progress of the project, making sure that construction activities adhere to the design and timeline. They also oversee quality control to ensure that the work meets industry standards. Adjusting the plan. If unforeseen issues arise, such as supply chain disruptions or design flaws, consultant engineers help adapt the plan to keep the project on track, often reworking parts of the design or finding alternative solutions. Risk management. Consultant engineers are responsible for identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks associated with the technical aspects of the project. These risks can include safety concerns, environmental impacts, cost overruns, or delays. Risk assessments. They perform risk assessments to identify potential issues that could arise during construction or operation. This involves evaluating structural integrity, environmental impacts, and safety hazards. Contingency planning. Based on the risks identified, consultant engineers develop contingency plans to minimize disruption to the project. For example, they might suggest alternative materials or methods if initial plans face unforeseen constraints. Quality assurance and control. Ensuring the quality of materials, construction methods, and finished work is a key responsibility of consultant engineers. They conduct regular inspections, tests, and evaluations throughout the project to ensure that the project meets required quality standards. Inspection and testing. Consultant engineers supervise the testing of materials such as concrete, steel, or electrical systems to ensure that they meet the project's specifications and regulatory standards. Certifications and documentation. They document all tests, inspections, and evaluations, providing certifications that the project meets industry and safety standards. Procurement support. Consultant engineers assist in the procurement process by helping to select vendors, suppliers, and contractors. They ensure that the right materials and services are sourced for the project, balancing quality, cost, and reliability. Vendor evaluation. They help evaluate potential suppliers and contractors based on technical expertise, quality of materials, past performance, and cost effectiveness. Contract negotiations. In some cases, consultant engineers are involved in contract negotiations to ensure that the technical aspects of the project are clearly outlined and agreed upon by all parties. Health, Safety, and Environmental HSE compliance. One of the consultant engineer's most critical roles is ensuring that the project adheres to all health, safety, and environmental protocols. They help establish and monitor safety measures on site to protect workers, the public, and the environment. Safety protocols. Consultant engineers design and implement safety measures, ensuring that construction teams follow best practices to prevent accidents and injuries. Environmental impact. They help assess the project's environmental footprint and recommend sustainable practices to minimize negative impacts, such as pollution control, waste management, and efficient energy use. Supervision of construction activities. During the construction phase, consultant engineers provide on-site supervision to ensure that the project is being executed according to the approved design and engineering plans. They frequently visit the construction site to oversee critical activities such as foundation laying, structural erection, and system installations. Site visits and monitoring. Consultant engineers make regular site visits to monitor the progress of construction, check for compliance with plans, and resolve any technical issues that arise. Problem solving. If deviations from the original design or unforeseen challenges occur on site, consultant engineers are responsible for finding solutions that align with the project's goals and constraints. Project handover and post-construction evaluation. After the construction is completed, consultant engineers play a role in the project handover process, ensuring that the final product meets all the required specifications and is ready for use or operation. Final inspections. They conduct a final inspection to ensure that all aspects of the project are completed correctly and meet quality standards. Documentation and handover. Consultant engineers prepare the necessary documentation, including as-built drawings, manuals, and certifications, for the client to ensure smooth project handover. Post-construction evaluation. After project completion, they may conduct evaluations to assess the project's performance, identify any defects or maintenance needs, and ensure long-term operational efficiency. Consultant engineers are integral to the success of a project, providing expertise at every stage, from initial planning and design to construction and final handover. Their role spans technical design, risk management, regulatory compliance, quality assurance, and project coordination, ensuring that projects are executed efficiently, safely, and to the highest standards. Their involvement helps reduce risks, manage costs, and enhance the overall quality and success of the project. Now let us understand point 5 of project consultancy and today's last point. 6. Document submissions for consultant engineers' approval. Contractors are required to obtain various approvals from the consultant before commencing the project. These approvals ensure that the contractor's plans align with project specifications, industry standards, safety regulations, and environmental considerations. Each document serves a specific purpose in facilitating smooth project execution, minimizing risks, and ensuring regulatory compliance. And some of the topics we are going to cover here are as follows. 1. Detailed project plan. 2. Design drawings and technical specifications. 3rd, bill of quantities material. 4th, approval reports. 5th, environmental impact assessment. 6th, safety plan. 7th, method statements. 8, quality assurance and quality control plan. 9, health, safety, and environmental plan. 10th, logistics plan. 11th, right-of-way acquisition documentation. 12th, procurement and subcontractor approvals. Let us understand all the points of document submissions for consultant engineer's approval, one by one. Detailed project plan. The detailed project plan outlines the overall strategy for executing the transmission line project, including timelines, resource allocation, and key milestones. This plan is one of the most important documents that requires consultant approval as it provides the blueprint for the entire project. Components. Project schedule with timelines for design, procurement, and construction. Resource allocation, including labor, materials, and equipment. Critical path analysis, contingency plans for delays or issues, to ensure that the contractor has a clear, structured plan for delivering the project on time and within budget. The consultant reviews this document to assess whether the timelines, resources, and contingencies are realistic. Design drawings and technical specifications. Design drawings and technical specifications provide detailed blueprints for the transmission line, including structural, electrical, and civil engineering designs. Components. Route alignment drawings. Depicts the exact route the transmission line will take. Tower or pole designs. Structural designs of transmission towers, including material specifications. Foundation drawings. Detailing the foundation structures for the towers or poles. Conductor and ground wire specifications. Information on the types of conductors, insulators, and other electrical components to be used. Cross-sectional and elevation drawings. For sections of the transmission line route, showing topographical details. The consultant must verify that the design and specifications meet regulatory standards, safety norms, and the project's technical requirements. Any deviations from approved standards must be addressed before proceeding. Bill of Quantities. The Bill of Quantities is a document that lists all the materials, labor, and equipment needed for the project, along with their respective costs. It provides an itemized breakdown of the estimated costs for completing the project. Components. Quantities of materials, such as conductors, towers, poles, insulators, and hardware. Labor requirements for each phase of construction. Equipment and machinery requirements. Pricing and cost estimates for each item. The consultant reviews the BOQ to ensure the quantities and costs are accurate, reasonable, and within the project's budget. It also helps ensure that the contractor has accounted for all necessary resources to complete the project. Material approval reports. The contractor must submit detailed reports on the materials they intend to use for the project. These reports provide specifications, manufacturer details, and quality certifications. Components. Material specifications and technical data sheets, TDS for conductors, insulators, towers, cables, etc. Supplier and manufacturer certifications. Test reports showing that materials meet industry standards, e.g. ASTM, IEC, ISO standards. The consultant evaluates whether the materials meet the required technical and safety standards. Material approval ensures that only high-quality materials are used in the project, reducing the risk of failures or defects. Environmental impact assessment. An environmental impact assessment is required to identify any potential environmental effects of the transmission line project. It typically outlines how the project will interact with local ecosystems and any mitigation measures the contractor will take. Components: environmental impact study, including effects on wildlife, vegetation, water resources, and soil. Mitigation plans for minimizing environmental damage. Waste management and disposal plans. Compliance with local and national environmental regulations. The consultant ensures that the contractor's plans are environmentally sound and compliant with all regulations. Approval of the EIA is often a prerequisite for obtaining further government permits. Safety plan. The safety plan outlines the contractor's approach to ensuring the safety of workers and the public during the construction and installation of transmission lines. Components: safety protocols for working at heights, electrical hazards, and working near live lines. Emergency response plans, safety equipment to be used, helmets, harnesses, protective gear. Training plans for workers on safety procedures. Consultants review the safety plan to ensure that it adheres to industry safety standards and regulatory requirements, ensuring the well-being of workers and preventing accidents on site. Method statements. Method statements describe how specific tasks and construction activities will be carried out, including the sequence of work, equipment to be used, and safety precautions. Components: detailed procedures for erecting transmission towers, stringing conductors, and laying foundations. Equipment to be used, e.g., cranes, drills, and tensioning machines. Safety precautions during specific activities, such as working at heights or around electrical equipment. The consultant reviews method statements to ensure that all work will be carried out safely and efficiently, with the right equipment and procedures in place. This helps mitigate risks and prevent errors during construction. Quality assurance and quality control plan. The QA/QC plan outlines how the contractor will ensure the quality of materials, workmanship, and processes during the project. Components: procedures for testing materials and work quality, inspection protocols, acceptance criteria for materials and work phases, defect management and rectification plans. The consultant reviews the QA/QC plan to ensure that there are appropriate mechanisms for monitoring and maintaining quality throughout the project. It helps ensure that all project components meet specified standards. Health, safety, and environmental plan. This plan details the contractor's approach to health, safety, and environmental protection during the project. Components: health and safety risk assessments, environmental protection measures, including waste management and spill prevention, worker health programs, including medical checkups and safety training, procedures for handling hazardous materials. Consultants evaluate the HSE plan to ensure that the contractor has a comprehensive strategy to prevent accidents, protect workers, and minimize environmental damage. Approval of this plan is essential before work can begin. Logistics plan. The logistics plan outlines how materials, equipment, and personnel will be transported and managed at the construction site. Components: transport routes for materials and equipment to the construction site, storage and handling procedures for materials on site, coordination of personnel and equipment to ensure smooth project flow, contingency plans for delays or disruptions in the supply chain. The consultant approves this plan to ensure that logistics are well organized and will not cause delays, damage to materials, or safety risks during transportation and storage. Right-of-way acquisition documentation. If the transmission line crosses privately or publicly owned land, right-of-way acquisition documentation must be provided. Components, agreements with landowners for access or land use, permits from government agencies for public land use, compensation agreements or legal documents ensuring that the contractor has the right to access and use the land. The consultant ensures that all necessary permissions and legal documentation are in place to avoid legal disputes or project delays during construction. Procurement and subcontractor approvals. Contractors must submit documentation on the procurement of materials and the hiring of subcontractors. Components, list of subcontractors and their qualifications, procurement schedules for major equipment and materials, vendor certifications and supplier agreements. The consultant reviews the procurement and subcontractor plans to ensure that all parties involved in the project meet the required standards for quality, expertise, and reliability. Before starting a transmission line project, the contractor must obtain approvals for a comprehensive set of documents from the consultant. These approvals ensure that all technical, safety, environmental, and logistical aspects of the project are in order. This thorough review process is crucial for minimizing risks, ensuring compliance with regulatory standards, and safeguarding the project's overall success. In this chapter, we explored the following topics. What is project consultancy? When project consultancy is used, who handles project consultancy and how they are appointed? Types of consultancy appointees. Roles of consultants in a project. Document submissions for consultant engineers' approval. With this, we conclude Chapter 8. In Chapter 9, we will cover the remaining topics on project consulting engineering. In our study program, we have consistently emphasized the principles of professional ethics, covering all related topics in the previous chapters. Starting from Chapter 6, we have introduced legal compliance in corporate business for professionals and staff. Each week, we will delve into different aspects of this topic. This new subject offers valuable insights and practical knowledge, which we believe will be highly beneficial for all our viewers. Legal compliance refers to the adherence to laws, regulations, standards, and ethical practices that govern corporate activities. For corporate professionals, understanding and following these requirements is essential for maintaining the integrity, reputation, and success of both the individual and the organization. Legal compliance is a critical component in corporate governance and business operations, helping professionals navigate complex regulatory environments, avoid legal issues, and ensure ethical business practices. Let us understand the aspects of legal compliance for corporate professionals. These are following topics we will be covering in our chapters. 1. Relevant laws and regulations. 2. Corporate governance and ethical standards. These two topics we have gone through in our earlier chapters. 3. Compliance with employment laws. This topic we will go through in this chapter. 4th. Data privacy and protection. 5th. Anti-corruption and anti-bribery laws. 6th. Environmental compliance. 7. financial, and tax compliance. 8. Intellectual property, IP, compliance. 9. Implementing legal compliance in the workplace. Compliance with employment laws. Compliance with employment laws refers to adhering to legal regulations and standards that govern the relationship between employers and employees. These laws ensure fair treatment, safe workplaces, and equitable practices in employment. Hiring practices. Avoid discrimination based on race, gender, age, religion, or disability. Follow equal opportunity regulations and ensure fair recruitment. Wages and compensation. Pay at least the minimum wage as per local laws. Adhere to overtime, holiday pay, and salary payment timelines. Workplace safety. Comply with occupational health and safety standards to protect employees from hazards. Provide necessary safety training and equipment. Working hours. Adhere to maximum working hours and mandatory rest periods. Follow laws regarding breaks, vacation, and sick leave entitlements. Employee rights. Respect employees' rights to form or join unions. Provide protection from harassment and maintain a non-hostile work environment. Termination and severance. Follow legal procedures for termination, including notice periods and severance pay. Avoid wrongful dismissal or discriminatory practices. Record keeping and reporting. Maintain accurate employee records, including contracts, payroll, and performance reviews. Submit required reports to labor authorities. Compliance with specific laws. Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA, in the USA. Equal Employment Opportunity, EEO, laws. Country-specific labor laws like India's Labor Code or the UK's Employment Rights Act. Compliance with employment laws ensures legal and ethical treatment of workers, reduces risks of litigation, and fosters a positive workplace environment. It is vital for maintaining trust, protecting employee rights, and avoiding legal penalties. Today's quote is from George W.S. Trow. The most powerful men were those who most effectively used the power of adult competence to enforce childish agreements. The quote highlights a paradox in the exercise of power. While those in leadership positions have the ability to make complex and wise decisions, they sometimes use this competence to uphold systems or rules that are simplistic or even harmful, akin to childish agreements. This can reflect how power structures can perpetuate illogical or unjust norms when those in authority are more focused on maintaining control than on fostering thoughtful, ethical leadership. In essence, it critiques how power can be misused by intelligent, capable individuals who enforce systems or decisions that may not serve the greater good, but instead serve to entrench their own authority. As we wrap up our session, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming chapters. It's your gateway to mastering transmission line supervision. That brings us to the end of today's Chapter 8, where we covered a partial introduction to project consultancy. In our next chapter, we will dive deeper to complete the discussion on project consultation engineering. Until then, take care and thank you for watching.